I'm Angela. I'm a regional emergency trainer, and I'm really excited to share some information about acne, the causes, and how we can help your guests to reduce breakouts. I'm going to pull up my presentation. Let's see. Okay, can you still hear me okay?
Yep.
Perfect, thank you. All right. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about what acne is, what acne versus breakouts, the different types of breakouts, and the scientific causes for acne. We're going to identify some of the active ingredients to help you help your guests. We're going to go through some of the emergency products that work really well within the room and at home, talk about extractions and some at-home regimens for your guests. And then at the end, we're going to run through a Purify protocol that you can customize for your guest. So what is acne? Acne is an infection or inflammation of the sebaceous or oil-producing glands in the skin, which are marked by the eruption of pustules, papules, comedones, or cysts. Glands in our skin produce oil and can become inflamed for a number of reasons to produce acne. Hormonal fluctuations are the key contributing factor in all age groups. Hormonal changes stimulate an increase in sebum production, which typically affects the lower half of the face, particularly the chin and jawline. Sebaceous glands produce sebum oil to protect the skin and lubricate the hair follicles. These glands can become clogged due to overproduction of oil, blockage by dead skin cells and debris. It's the mixture of the oil, the dead skin cells, and the bacteria that causes the inflammation that can lead to breakouts. So what are breakouts? Well, first, there is a difference when we're talking about breakouts versus acne. Breakouts refer to the physical and biological results of acne. Acne is a skin disorder of the sebaceous or oil glands. So on the left side of your screen, if you can see that, I know it's a little small, but that's kind of a picture of just the different steps in the formation of acne. Breakouts occur in hair follicles. The follicle in the hair duct gets clogged by dirt, makeup, dead skin cells, environmental debris, and that sebaceous oil starts to secrete in the hair follicle and accumulate because it is blocked. P. acnes bacteria begin to inflame and grow due to that excess oil accumulation, and the follicle becomes full and ruptures. So there are different types of breakouts. Blackheads are the most common. This is what we see on so many of our guests. Clogged hair follicles with dirt, oil, bacteria, dead skin cells. It can form a bump or a comedone. These are open comedones, which allow that air to oxidize the sebum, thereby turning it black. And that's what we see on the surface of the skin. Whiteheads are very similar to blackheads. They're clogged with that dirt or oil or the bacteria and the dead skin cells. This can form that bump or comedone again, but that comedone is closed. It has that layer of skin over the top, which stops the oxidization, and that's why you see that white formation rather than the black. Papules are a little bit more inflamed. They're inflamed follicles. There's a bump, but there's no pus or fluid inside. The white blood cells are released to help clear and kill bacteria. They're generally red and sensitive to the touch. These are also called pimples. So pustules, these are going to be inflamed bumps on the skin with redness around the bump. The white blood cells are released to help clear and kill the bacteria and waste. Therefore, this does create that pus-like effect. It's generally white or yellow pus resembling a whitehead. These are also called pimples. Then we have nodules and cysts. Nodules are inflamed bumps. These are filled with blood, then pus, and they're found deeper in the skin. They're generally larger than papules and pustules, and they can sometimes be painful. Cysts are inflamed bumps, pus-filled lesions. These are found much deeper in the skin. They're generally larger than papules and pustules and sometimes painful. Nodules and cysts should be dermatologist treated. And with all of the different types and forms of breakouts, it does bring a real emotional factor with our guests, which is why we want to be able to help them and reduce the effects of the breakouts on their skin. So what causes acne? Your two main causes for acne are going to be stress and hormones. Stress, you can see, I put this in a circle because it really can be a cyclical event for our guests. There is a stress hormone, cortisol, that is released. It's triggered by a stressful situation or something stressing the body or the immune system. This can cause sebaceous glands to secrete oil. Once that happens, there's an increase in oil production. It can clog the pores. Those P. acnes begin to grow due to this increased oil. The follicle expands and ruptures, and that breakout occurs. Once that breakout occurs, this can cause stress and can again restart this entire cycle, which is important, why we need to get it under control and help reduce that oil production and cleanse the skin thoroughly. Another effect that causes acne is going to be our hormones. And there's so many different reasons that these can be thrown off, whether it be our monthly cycle, pregnancy, puberty, menopause. These are going to all activate our adrenals, which in turn affects testosterone, progesterone, estrogen fluctuation. That can cause an imbalance in sebum production, which then results in inflammatory acne, nodules, and cysts. But there are some other factors that can contribute to breakouts. Our lifestyle. Maybe your guest likes to be in the gym a lot, they exercise. This excess sweat can clog the pores if they're not doing a thorough post-workout cleansing. Smoking increases sebum production and clogged follicles. Lack of sleep or poor health can influence your body's ability to balance sebum production, the rate of the cell turnover, and their ability to heal. Diet is a huge one. High sugar diets, dairy, fast food, these are all just some of the choices that can exacerbate and influence breakouts. Some more than others, it just kind of depends on everyone's own immune system and how they handle different forms of diet, sugar, foods. Hair products, cosmetics, and grooming can all affect the skin. They can clog pores if they're not thoroughly removed. Environmental factors like smog and pollution can leave debris on the skin, resulting in a toxin accumulation and breakouts. So how can we help our guests? There's a lot of different ingredients for all breakout concerns. There are different ingredients that affect different breakouts, and we're going to kind of just talk about which ingredients are good for what. So if you're looking to purify that clogged follicle, control the excess sebum, you're going to look for ingredients like salicylic acid, willow bark, natural fruit acids, colloidal sulfur, the clays, bentonite clay, kaolin clay, zinc oxide, alpha-flor, this is an alpine willow bark extract, retinol, vitamin A, all of those are going to help to reduce that excess sebum, help with cell turnover, and purify that clogged pore. If you're looking to calm redness, maybe they have red, sensitive breakouts, you're going to look for things more like botanical tea extracts and botanical oils, colloidal sulfur, aloe is a wonderful calmer and healer of the skin, sea buckthorn oil, I love this for calming redness, zinc oxide, camphor, these all will help bring that redness down immediately. If you're dealing more with post-breakout, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, maybe they have acne scarring, maybe they're looking to resurface their skin, you're going to look for ingredients like Stacy 50, which is a form of our vitamin C, natural fruit acids to help with that cell turnover. Vitamin E is an amazing healer. You've got willow bark, salicylic acid. Kombucha is really great to work on the glycation on the skin and smooth the skin. And licorice is a natural brightener and lightener that is helpful. Bearberry is great. If you're looking to balance the water and the lipids in the skin, you're going to again look for those botanical extracts. Glycerin, hyaluronic acid is awesome. It holds 100 times its weight in water, helps with your moisture retention. Aloe to heal and to hold that moisture in. Now, if you have a guest who comes in and they have a very active breakout, or maybe they get reoccurring breakouts, we're going to want to reduce those P. acnes bacteria. Ingredients like balsam Peru, which is a natural antibacterial antiseptic, salicylic acid, willow bark, tea tree oil has great antibacterial, antimicrobial effects, alpha-flor, zinc oxide, stay C50, that vitamin C, eucalyptus, clove is wonderful for antibacterial, antimicrobial effects, and peppermint. These are all great to help reduce the actual bacteria that is causing that inflammation and active breakout. So within emergenC's ingredients and skincare, we have some goals when we're within the treatment room to help your guests. We want to balance that lipid and hydration levels in the skin. We want to reduce the redness and sensitivity. We want to help reduce the P. acnes bacteria on the skin. We want to balance that excess sebum secretion and normalize their oil production. We want to unclog those pores, remove debris, reduce irritation associated with the breakouts, reduce that inflammation, and then disinfect the pore and decrease those breakouts. So how can we do that? Well, we have a few different products that work really wonderfully for helping to reduce the effects of breakouts and the appearance of breakouts. So one of the first ones is our multi-fruit cleanser. This is great. It has fruit acids that help with cell turnover, pigmentation, and uneven tone and texture. This is more of a creamy cleanser, will not dry your guests out. And it's lovely because you can use it starting off on dry skin to really get those great effects from the fruit acids before you add in the water to cleanse. Pomegranate cleanser. This is going to have that pomegranate extract to help remove excess oil without over drying. It's really helpful with pigmentation, skin resurfacing, acne scarring, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, anything like that. Our deglazing cleanser, this is my go-to when I see active breakouts. It's an antibacterial cleanser with balsam Peru and arnica that helps to disinfect, remove excess oil without over drying, improve the complexion and breakouts associated with oily combination skin. Our kombucha cleanser from our Scientific Organics range. This is going to have that deep cleansing action of kombucha, which helps to balance our oil production, reduce breakouts, and decrease glycation on the skin. Clean is from our raw Rosceuticals. This is going to be an anhydrous cleanser. It's great for oily and breakout skin to help balance that natural sebum production. You may have to teach your guest how to use Clean if they have not used an oil cleanser before. But as we know, oil attracts oil, so it works really well to actually balance out that sebum production and reduce the excess oil. Now, you don't want your guests to forget their toner. Toners are so important, and these really are your partner products to your cleansers, especially when you're retailing. So our first one up is our deglazing toner. This one has camphor, eucalyptus, and clove. It's excellent for disinfecting and killing those P. acnes bacteria, and it rapidly improves oily and problem skin. I love this before peels or any advanced treatments. Lavender toner. This is a really gentle and soothing toner. Lavender extract, witch hazel, and balm mint give it an antibacterial and antimicrobial effect, while azoline and chamomile greatly reduce the redness and calm sensitive skin. Really excellent after your second cleanse or extractions. Peach toner, I love the peach toner just as a go-to, especially if they are more in their post-breakout and they're now just trying to work on post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation or resurfacing. This is going to have vitamin C and peach extract. They work together and they really brighten that skin up and balance that oil production. And then lastly, our Boreal tonic. This is going to be from our Rosceuticals collection. This is a really beautifully crafted. It has borylene hydra, which is going to be extracts from different bark, and basil extract. These will work together to remineralize the skin and protect against environmental aggressors. It's antioxidant rich, and that basil extract really helps to kill bacteria without over drying the skin. And you can mix and match your cleansers and toners, especially when you're doing a first and second cleanse within your facial protocol. Do a very thorough skin analysis and kind of decide what you're looking to work on with your guest. Exfoliating with emergenC. Exfoliating is definitely what I consider one of my biggest defenses when I'm combating active breakouts and resurfacing the skin. emergenC has a professional peel with the acid ranging from 10 to 31%, with pHs ranging from 3.2 to 4.2. They're formulated with natural fruit acids in safe pH range for effective exfoliation with reduced risk of skin irritation. This is going to accelerate the desquamation of dead skin cells in the epidermal layer. Our natural fruit acids, alpha hydroxy acids, and multi-fruit acid blend, those are going to all help promote that cell turnover and help to clear out those pores. Salicylic acid is oil soluble, so that's going to help to penetrate that pore lining and address clogged pores and breakouts. While lactic and glycolic acids are actually water soluble, so these are going to work more on the surface and dissolve and digest those dead skin cells. The peels are all formulated with retinol for extra cell turnover and sebum control, and fig extract for antibacterial benefits. So when we're exfoliating, we have a few different options. These two can be used for their at-home care and to maintain what you're doing in the room. Our Blue Poppy enzyme polish, I absolutely love this one, whether we're in the facial room or using it at home. This is a dual action enzymatic exfoliants, which include mushroom, raspberry, papaya enzymes, and gentle physical exfoliants like the Blue Poppies, the bamboo powder, the diatomaceous earth. All of these are going to work together to help smooth out uneven skin tone, unclog the pores, and really brighten that complexion. I love this one specifically for reoccurring breakouts, for acne scarring, and for just when they have really dull, devitalized skin. This is gentle enough for them to use multiple times a week. The at-home facial peel pads. These are awesome, especially when your guest is maintaining the peels that they're getting within the room, or they just want something that is more on that enzymatic side at home to help remove dead skin cells, renew their complexion, clear blackheads, and minimize the appearance of large pores. I love this for congested pores, imbalance in oil production, and active breakouts. Both of these are from the Scientific Organic range and are really gentle and effective. When you're within the room, peels are a great option when dealing with breakouts or oily or problematic skin. Your your multi-fruit acid, this is going to be a really gentle multi-fruit and lactic acid blend. It helps to renew the complexion. It's going to control those breakouts and blackheads and moisturize the skin. I like the multi-fruit acid when you're dealing with someone who has more of those dry, flaky, sensitive breakouts. The acids are 23 to 23.5% with a pH from 3.2 to 4.0. Frutality peel, this is really excellent. It has lactic acid and papaya extract along with other acids to dissolve those dead skin cells, calm irritated skin, and fight breakouts. I like this one especially for that post-breakout, the hyperpigmentation, maybe they have acne scarring. I really like it for any of those uses. The pH is 4.0 to 4.2 with acids ranging from 10 to 10.4% plus that 0.5 with the papaya enzymes. Now these three are definitely my favorite when I'm dealing with someone with breakouts, whether they're active or whether they just have a lot of congested pores. These are the three I usually reach for. So your triple threat peel, this is going to be lactic acid, vitamin C, and more. It's great for combating acne scarring. It's great for active breakouts, enlarged pores, and dryness to revitalize that complexion. I like this one especially when you get that red, congested skin that has active breakouts. The acids are going to be 19 to 19.2%. The pH a little lower, 3.0 to 3.3 to really dissolve that sebum. Triple threat extra strength. I absolutely love this peel. This is going to have a higher percentage of glycolic. It works really well smoothing the skin's texture and increasing the cell turnover. It's helpful to balance that oil production and fight breakouts. This is an excellent choice for if they have a high oil production, they have active breakouts, congested skin. Your acids are a little higher with 30 to 31.25% and the pH at 3.0 to 3.3. Our newest peel addition is our mandelic acid peel. This is excellent at regulating oil production. Mandelic acid is actually an AHA, so it's going to help to unclog those pores and reduce those breakouts. It's great for active breakouts, combating acne scarring, and blackheads. Mandelic acid works more at the surface of the skin, so it's really helpful with cell turnover as well. The acids are 10% with pH at 3.5. Another great thing for in your room is going to be your masks. Masking with emergenC. Our masks are all formulated with antioxidants, vitamins, plant and botanical extracts, which are going to help reduce redness and breakouts while nourishing the skin. The clay-based masks help to purify the follicle as well. You can leave our masks on for 10 minutes and then use a steam towel first to soften the mask, and then after remove with water and damp and aesthetic wipes. I like to use that steam towel just so that you're not excessively rubbing on your guest's skin, causing more redness when you're removing that clay mask. That steam towel really helps to soften that up and break it apart before you're removing it. The masks can be mixed and matched to achieve your desired results. Masks can also be applied in different areas during the same service. Say they have, more of an oilier T-zone, but then maybe some dryness around the edges of your face. You can always apply one mask over the T-zone and one mask in another area. So miraculous masks, these first two are pro only. Our 911 blemish and tone perfecting. This is my go-to when I'm dealing with active breakouts with a lot of oil production. This is going to be an active treatment bentonite clay mask. It has colloidal sulfur, tea tree, willow bark, zinc oxide, and camphor. So you can see this one is just really action-packed to disinfect, to rapidly reduce that redness, combat blemishes and breakouts, and reduce shine from excess sebum production. Pro tip, you can leave this on longer for blackheads and areas you ran out of time to do extractions on. You could leave it 12 to 15 minutes to really try to get those blackheads and reduce that oil. I really like this for oily breakouts. Teens, this is a great one for. You can also mix in a little bit of the water lily recovery mask if you notice that their skin is a little more touch sensitive or you notice a lot of redness. Water lily recovery mask. This one has our water lily extract in it. It has colloidal oatmeal, that hyaluronic acid. So you can just tell with these ingredients, it's going to be soothing, help reduce that redness, help irritated skin, clarifying and hydrating the skin after peels, extractions, and other advanced treatments. It also has licorice root extract in there. That's going to provide a natural astringent and lightener as well. Pro tip, this is a great choice if your guest has gotten red during their facial and you want to quickly reduce that redness. You can also mix this into other masks to help reduce redness as well. The other two we have are our PhytoCell Detox Mask. This is going to be a detoxifying French green clay. And if you haven't used this before, that French green clay does not harden quite as much as other clays, which really allows you to stay hydrated with this mask. It remineralizes and purifies the skin. Those grape stem cells, algae, and a wide variety of plant extracts, those are going to work together to really draw out any environmental impurities and improve that tone and texture. I love this one when I want to calm down redness, detoxify, and really nourish that skin. Pro tip, this is a great mask if you want to spot treat overnight to reduce a really inflamed breakout. It's excellent for red, sensitive breakouts. I know sometimes for hormonal breakouts when they're sensitive and painful, that's when I want to spot treat with this one overnight. The vitamin C and retinol mask. This is one of our favorites, one of our most used among estheticians. This is going to be a kaolin clay mask with vitamin C, retinol, licorice, and water lily extract. This will help increase that cellular turnover and even out the tone and texture, improve breakouts and pigmentation, and help control excess sebum secretion. Pro tip, this is excellent for post-breakouts and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It's really helpful when trying to resurface that skin texture, reduce the glycation on the skin, and really smooth and brighten the complexion. So those are our masks. When you're in your room, one of the things that your guest is coming in there for is for extractions. A lot of people feel like they can't do this at home or they're nervous to, and this is where your expertise is really going to shine. We like to help you guys with your extractions, make them more successful using our fast extract step 1 and 2. Once you use these are game changer. This is going to change the way that you do your extractions and how successful, how effective your extractions are. So if you haven't used this before, our fast extract step 1, this is designed with chamomile and arnica to help dissolve the sebum and facilitate the easy extractions. This one is a little bit more viscous, more liquidy, and you're just going to use maybe 10, 15 drops, and you can put this over the entire face as you're steaming. Fast extract 2, it has aloe vera in it. It has jasmine oil, cornflower, and pine bark extract. These all are going to help calm the skin and soothe the skin while opening those pores and helping to draw out those comedones. The step 2 is a little bit thicker, and you use this really over the exact areas that you're going to be doing your extractions under steam. If you're not steaming, you can use a steamed towel and just kind of cover the face, opening it up where you're doing the extractions. So you're going to want to apply the fast extract 1 and 2, like I said, under steam to help prep for extractions. Both of them will create a protective barrier against the steam to protect your guest's skin. Once you're done with your extractions, we have Complexion Perfection. This is one of my favorite products. It's a beautiful post-extraction product that can also be used or added into masks, massage, or even finishing products. It's designed with sea buckthorn oil, alpha lipoic acid, retinol, and vitamin E to really reduce that redness, soothe and calm the skin, and aid in protection and repair. So after you've done the majority of your facial and you're ready to put on finishing products, so what are we going to use? We want to treat, correct, and perfect. So one of my favorite ones when you're dealing with active breakouts, redness, is our D-Red Daytime Emulsion. This is an instant skin transformation syrup. It has potent concentrations of alpha lipoic acid, retinol, and sea buckthorn extract that will reduce redness, blotchiness, and smooth and brighten your complexion. This also can be used underneath any of the other serums. Our vitamin C serum, this is going to have 3 forms of active concentrated vitamin C and a ginseng complex, which work together to fight pigmentation and occasional breakouts. I love vitamin C serum when you're dealing more with those post breakouts, when it's less of an active and more of dealing with the resurfacing and all of that. When you have those active breakouts, I really love our multivitamin and retinol serum. This is going to be a comprehensive multivitamin serum that resurfaces the skin, improves pigmentation, and helps control blemishes. I love the multivitamin retinol because so many times we get guests that come into our rooms and they've really been trying to deal with their acne at home, and they've used who knows what, and it's just dried their skin out. They're devitalized, they're dull, and that multivitamin adds so much back into the skin to really revitalize and replenish the skin. Lastly, our blemish control. This is going to be a spot treatment. It dries out active breakouts and kills bacteria. It has zinc oxide, colloidal sulfur, camphor, and salicylic. They can use this a couple times a day, and you're really just spot treating the areas with active breakouts. Moisturizers. So a lot of times I have guests come in and they're like, I don't even want to put a moisturizer on. My skin is too oily. And a lot of times they're not taking care of their hydration levels, which is actually causing an increase in their sebum production. So we have a few that are really lovely that you can recommend to your guest. our complexion control. This is a really lightweight moisturizer. It has alpha-flor, that alpine willow bark derivative. This helps to lighten and even out that skin tone and help control breakouts. This one is really great for those that want that all-day matte effect without over-drying or clogging their pores. The Active Hydrating Complex, this is a gel moisturizer. It's very, very light. It has apple extracts that are rich in vitamin A, C, zinc, and naturally occurring sulfur that will help aid in improving acne, protecting the skin, and hydrating. Sometimes I even recommend to my guests that they use the Active Hydrating Complex underneath one of their other moisturizers if they need a little bit more moisture in their skin. The Earth Hydrating Phytoline Cream. This is the perfect moisturizer when you have sensitive, problematic skin. It's devitalized, it's dull. This has chronocyclin in it for vitamin D formation, cellular repair, and renewal. Myrrh for tissue repair, and borage seed oil, which is an essential fatty acid for skin rejuvenation. This one's really great to remineralize the skin and just really give them back that refreshed, revitalized complexion. So any of these products are going to be excellent for your guests, and it's really about knowing what their goals are and doing that really thorough skin analysis. At-home regimen, what should I be recommending? So my go-to, and you can kind of mix and match based on what your guest is looking for, but usually when I'm dealing with oily combination, breakout-prone guests, I like to recommend our deglazing cleanser and toner for daily use. Treat and correct our vitamin C serum or multivitamin retinol serum and or that D-Red daytime emulsion. They can moisturize with complexion control or active hydrating complex. Protect, you don't want to forget their SPF, our sun SPF 30. We have it in tinted or non-tinted. And then lastly, lips. Of course, you always want to include our In Lips We Trust. On a weekly basis, you want to recommend that they're taking care of their skin and maintaining the results that they're seeing in their facial. Exfoliation is so important for our guests. You want to be doing this 1 to 3 times a week, and they can either use the peel pads, the Blue Poppy, or the triple threat extra peel at home. The peel pads are going to be a really, really gentle help with resurfacing that Blue Poppy for more of that physical exfoliation, and the triple threat peel will be a little bit more intense exfoliation for them, but still gentle enough to not cause redness or irritation. Masking 2 to 3 times a week. We recommend that vitamin C and retinol mask, and then treat that blemish control. They can use it 1 to 2 times a day as needed on oilies or active breakouts. Raw cloth. I love to make sure that I'm recommending this to all of my guests, but especially my guests who are dealing with active breakouts. The reason I recommend this, the raw cloth is perfect to help thoroughly cleanse the skin. It rinses 99.9% of bacteria free and can be used over 1,000 times. Because it has that multi-layered open weave design, it's really, really amazing at washing away dirt, makeup, and debris that's trapped within the pore. This is going to make sure that they have a very thorough cleansing without over drying. When you first take it out, you'll notice it's kind of rigid, but it's really incredibly soft when wet, and it provides a gentle, effective cleansing. It's great for the body as well, especially when they're dealing with breakouts on the body, maybe after the gym, anything like that. This is a really excellent choice if you have one for your face, one for the body. It's for all skin types, but it's especially helpful for breakouts, blocked pores, and oil and lipid imbalance. So definitely be recommending these to your guests who do have active breakouts and are struggling to thoroughly cleanse their skin. So our Purify protocol, I'm just going to run through this with you guys. You can customize this to your guests' needs, but this is kind of my go-to when I'm looking to do a facial on somebody who does have more oily, problematic combination skin. So this protocol, customize it for your concerns to help normalize that oil secretion, improve the appearance of breakout-prone skin. This is going to have natural fruit acids, lactic acid, and more. It gently exfoliates the dead skin cells and improves texture while the extracts of colloidal sulfur, tea tree, willow bark, and camphor will calm the skin down and combat excessive oil and breakouts. This is a 50-minute facial, great for oily combination or breakout. Skincare concerns, like I said, breakouts, pigmentation, redness from the breakouts, excess oil production, and uneven tone and texture. The products required are listed there, and you can always check this out on our pro login. So when you're doing this, if they want their eye makeup removed, you can just put kombucha cleanser on 2 damp cotton cloths and take their eye makeup off that way. I like to do a double cleanse. I start off with a small amount of deglazing cleanser. Another option is using clean. And then you're just going to add water. After you do your first cleanse, this is when I like to stop and do a really thorough skin analysis and really know exactly what my goals are going to be and what we're going to work on with their facial that day. After that is when I do my second cleanse. Here I have multi-fruit cleanser, but again, if you think there's a better cleanser for your guest, maybe pomegranate or something else, you can use that. When I do my multi-fruit cleanser, I like to work this into dry skin before I add the water so I can really allow those fruit acids to help with cell turnover and help to cleanse those pores. Once you add your water, if you want, you can add steam at this point. You're going to use your deglazing toner to cotton, use that over the skin, and then you're going to go to your exfoliation. When you're exfoliating, I like to do the mandelic acid peel. There might be another peel that you think is better. Maybe they want more glycolic, and that triple threat extra might be really great. Tingling and slight redness is not unusual, but obviously if you see that, be checking in with your guest and neutralize with cool water. If you have skin that's a little bit more red or sensitive or inflamed, go with that multi-fruit acid peel. They're going to get the really amazing benefits of that multi-fruit acid, but it's a lot more gentle. After that, you're going to do your extractions. Your extractions, again, you're going to want to use that fast extract, step 1 and 2, steam 7 to 10 minutes, and then you can do a lavender toner. Boreal toner is really beautiful here. Whatever you think your guest's needs are, what your facial protocol calls for. When it comes to the massage, when there are active breakouts, I like to be very careful that I'm not contributing to their oil production. I don't want to stimulate a lot of oil production after we've done our exfoliation and extractions. So at this time, I like to use 6 to 8 drops of Complexion Perfection, a pump or 2 of that raw facial oil, get that onto the face. And then I like to do a manual lymphatic drainage massage or maybe a pressure point massage. So they're still getting that luxury and that benefit of massage, but we're not overstimulating their oil production. You can do this for about 10 minutes. It's going to help calm down sensitivity or redness. You can actually leave it on the skin. You don't need to remove it. Then once we're getting to our mask, I like to mix a couple sprays of our aromatic brightening booster in with our 911 blemish tone and perfecting mask, if that's what I'm going to use. Mix those together, apply the face, neck, and décolleté. If I have time, I try to leave this on a little bit longer, maybe 12 to 15 minutes. And then again, we're removing with that warm steamed towel to reduce redness. During the masking, if you want to perform a hand and arm massage, that's always a really lovely benefit to your guest. After we're going with our finishing products, you can choose your multivitamin and retinol serum. You can do your D-Red emulsion, putting this onto the clean, dry skin. Gently press that serum in. Then you can use your vitamin C eye serum along the orbital bone, following with the Hypovitalizer eye cream. At this time, I like to choose either our complexion control, maybe our active hydrating complex, or sometimes even that earth cream is really great. Follow up with their sun SPF, and then lips we trust, and then finish with your closing ritual. That's going to be pretty much our go-to protocol for our more combination oily skin, but all of these steps can be customized for your guest's exact needs. So today we talked about acne and breakouts. We identified some of the causes of breakouts, reviewed those active ingredients, our product picks for breakouts or problematic skin, extraction products, our raw cloth, some at-home regimens, and that Purify protocol. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and also check out our Spa Professional page and follow us on social media. We can do a little Q&A now. We have some time. If you have any questions, please let me know or write them in the chat. And that's it. Thanks, guys. Does anyone have any questions? You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Well, if there are no questions, we can end. Thank you all for